Welcome to Live Interactive English. I am Shane.
And I am Karen. Today we are looking at day one of Anthony Edwards, Master of Basketball.
Oh.
Master of Basketball. So let me ask you, are you a fan of basketball, Shane?
Well, I'm glad to know because there's also an actor called Anthony Edwards. So this is the basketball player.
That's right.
Basketball. Am I a fan of basketball? I do like the NBA.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm not I don't watch it like a super lot because I think it's a little bit more difficult to, when I was in the US, I knew when the games would be on.
That's true.
And I would maybe watch them with friends. But since I moved to Taiwan, there's like a
time
difference. And then I stopped getting as much into it. But I still do enjoy watching it. If there's a game on, I will watch it.
Well, I think it's an exciting game to watch, but I don't really watch too much basketball games myself.
Yeah, you're not a real big basketball fan.
Not really, but
think you
I
like
do.
Soccer, right?
Yes, I do. I watch the World Cup. However, though, I do know some famous basketball players, like LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Jeremy Lin from Taiwan, Michael Jordan. But Anthony Edwards, though.
Okay, it looks like you know quite a few. And now you can add Anthony Edwards and you're going to learn all about him. You'll know more about him than you do about any other basketball player when we're finished.
Really? I'm looking forward to it.
I promise you. Okay, let's get into day one.
Anthony Edwards, known for his dunks, quick first step, and charisma, is one of the NBA's brightest young stars. The 24-year-old Minnesota Timberwolves shooting guard stands 193 centimeters tall, weighs 102 kilograms, and ranks among the league's fastest players. Edwards grew up playing basketball with his brothers long before the crowds or cameras ever arrived. However, as a teenager, he faced great challenges when both his mother and grandmother died within 8 months of each other. To honor them, Edwards wears jersey number 5, as they both passed away on the 5th day of the month. These difficulties could have stopped him from following his dreams, but instead, they gave him motivation to keep going.
So we're looking at day one of Anthony Edwards, Master of Basketball. I can't wait to learn about this famous basketball player.
Okay, well, let's begin the article.
All right.
What do you think?
That's a great idea.
All right. Anthony Edwards, known for his dunks, quick first step, and charisma, is one of the NBA's brightest young stars. You know what a dunk is?
It's, I think I know.
What?
It's by throwing the ball and then you're holding onto the rim.
Kind of like that. Yeah, like a slam. It's also called
And you have to jump really high.
A slam dunk means that you take the ball and you put it right into the basket with your hand, like that.
Oh, okay.
It's called a dunk, a slam dunk. Okay, we have a vocabulary word, charisma. All right, charisma is just look at the camera and look over here. Hi. Okay, no, just kidding. It's a special charm or quality that makes people like someone and want to follow them. Yeah. So do you think I have charisma?
You definitely do have charisma.
So do you. You're very charismatic.
Thank you. And that's the adjective, right?
Bam.
All right. Okay, let's continue. The 24-year-old Minnesota Timberwolves shooting guard stands 193 centimeters tall, weighs 102 kilograms, and ranks among the league's fastest players. And I think that's a really important thing when you're playing basketball is that you have to be really fast, right? You got to be fast and quick on your feet, right?
Right. And as we know, you need to be pretty tall. So he's pretty tall. He's not super tall.
I think he's like average for NBA players, right?
Well, for a guard, you don't need to be as tall, right? So he's not super tall. but tall enough. You know, you still have to be tall. He's short compared to NBA players, but he's tall compared to the rest of us. And you're right, being fast is very important, especially for a guard. All right, let's learn more about Anthony Edwards. Edwards grew up playing basketball with his brothers long before the crowds or cameras ever arrived.
All right, so he started playing when he was very, very young, right?
He grew up playing basketball like so many do, you know, like I did even, you know, but I didn't quite make it to the NBA. I'm not tall enough, probably. I'm not talented enough.
I wouldn't say so, but I think he really had the passion for it, and that's why he practiced a lot when he was little, right?
I think he had natural talent too. Okay, why don't we go over to Hanny and let her take the ball.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这次要介绍的人物是美国职篮最耀眼的年轻球星之一 ，Anthony Edwards， 安东尼·爱德华兹。他是明尼苏达灰狼队得分后卫，以灌篮、快速起步还有个人魅力而闻名。那在观众或是摄影机出现之前，Anthony Edwards 他从小就是跟兄弟们一起打篮球。好，来看单字 charisma。这个名词它表示超凡的个人魅力或是领袖气质。那它的形容词是 charismatic， 它可以形容有魅力的。我们也补充一下文中这个 D-U-N-K dunk， 它可以指灌篮，你也可以说 slam dunk。那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. Let's continue this article. However, as a teenager, he faced great challenges when both his mother and grandmother died within 8 months of each other. That's terrible.
That is so sad.
I mean, it's one thing losing a grandmother, you know, but like when you lose your mother too, she must have been pretty young, and to lose them both, that's just terrible.
Exactly. And then I think he was raised by his mom and also grandmother too. Okay, let's continue. To honor them, Edwards wears jersey number 5 as they both passed away on the 5th day of the month.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's why he wears number 5 on the jersey, right? Jersey number 5. Cool. And we're looking at this word here, honor. To honor is to show or give great respect to someone or something. For example, a child might honor their teacher by listening to them in class and following instructions, showing they admire their teacher's knowledge and effort. An example sentence would be, this day honors the country's independence.
Oh, Independence Day. Yay. Okay, so let's continue the article. These difficulties could have stopped him from following his dreams, but instead they gave him motivation to keep going.
What does it mean when you say motivation, though?
Yeah, so it gave him motivation to keep going. The motivation is a noun. It's the reason why you want to do something, or the feeling that gives you energy to keep going. So, you know, his mother and his grandmother gave him this feeling to just keep going and want to keep going, right? An example sentence would be, I couldn't find any motivation to finish the book.
Oh.
Maybe it was just a bad book.
Or maybe it was a boring book, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, how about let's go over to Hanny and we will be right back.
Okay.
在青少年时期，Anthony Edwards 的母亲和祖母在8个月内相继的去世，他面临了巨大挑战。那为了纪念母亲和祖母，他就穿着5号球衣，因为他们都是在当月5号过世的。那这些困境本来可能会阻止他追逐梦想，可是反而给他继续前进的动力。好，文中用到 pass away， 它是 die 的委婉用语。那指的就是过世。Jersey 这个名词则是指运动球员、运动队员他们所穿的运动衫，就像我们说的球衣。好，那么单字 honor 它当动词可以表达纪念，向什么什么致敬。Motivation 名词表示动力或是动机。那这边还有2个重点，第一个是 both A and B 表示 A 和 B 都怎么样，那么 A 跟 B 必须是词性相同的字词。Both A and B 当主词的话，必须搭配复数动词。举例来说 Both Helen and her sister are nurses. Helen 和她的妹妹都是护理师。好，第二个重点是情态助动词 could， 它可以表示能力或是允许，也可以用来表示推测，意思是有可能、也许怎么样。好，来看看常用的句型是 could 加上原形动词，这是表达对现在或未来的推测。那如果是 could have 加上 PP， 则是对过去的推测。我们来看两个例句。第一个例句是 This kind of thing could happen to anyone。这种事可能发生在任何人身上。那第二个例句是 The accident could have been avoided。那场意外，那一起意外，它原本是可以避免的。那我们接回到课文中。
We already learned quite a few interesting things about Anthony Edwards today, right?
Right, yeah. And so it's really cool that, although he's faced problems in life, it hasn't stopped him and he's just kept going and he has lots of motivation to be a great NBA player. So why don't we go to the second part of the article and we'll be right back.
Before reaching NBA fame, Edwards first found success at the college level. With the support of former college player Justin Holland, his coach since high school, he was able to master his game and direction. His impressive play led to multiple awards and made him the #1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft by the Timberwolves. Edwards has since made a name for himself as a premier player in the league.
Welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we've been learning all about Anthony Edwards. We learned a little bit about his history, learned a little bit about some of the things that he's had to overcome. And basically that leads us to him right before he reached the NBA. He played as a kid, grew up playing. So now it's to you, Karen.
All right. So before reaching NBA fame, Edwards first found success at the college level. So he played basketball in college. And I'm sure that he was very, very good and he was very successful. So we're looking at this word here, fame, and that is a noun. So what does it mean? Fame means the condition of being well known or recognized by a lot of people, often because of a skill or achievement. An example sentence would be, sometimes fame can bring people too much attention. And that's definitely true, right?
I don't know. I don't think I would want to be famous.
I don't want to be famous either. Well, not too famous. Yeah, a little bit, I guess it's okay.
A little bit, okay. Okay, continuing. With the support of former college player Justin Holland, his coach since high school, he was able to master his game and direction.
So what does it mean to master his game and also direction?
Yeah, it just means that he was able to become a master at, become great at his game and his direction that he was going to go.
Like the path he wants to go down, right?
The path, to the NBA, of course. Right. All right, why don't we go to Hanny and we'll be right back.
Anthony Edwards 在美国职篮成名之前，他先在大学阶段取得了成功。那么在教练的支持下，他得以精进球技和方向。我们来看单字 fame。Fame 这个名词，它表示名气、名声，它是不可数名词。文中用到 reach fame 就是表达成名、获得名声，还有用到 master his game， 这是表达精进球技。master 在这边当动词，表示掌握、精通。那么 game 在这边是指球技的意思。接话课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. And now we're back. Let's continue with the article. His impressive play led to multiple awards and made him the #1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft by the Timberwolves. Wow. Okay. So impressive means like everyone was impressed by the way he was playing, right?
Right. And a draft is when they pick players to be on the team.
And he was the #1 pick, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, we also have a vocabulary word multiple. So multiple is more than one or many. So for example, Kelly realized there were multiple solutions to her problem.
There are usually multiple solutions to different problems.
That's true.
Okay, and another vocabulary word we're looking at is award, and that is a noun. An award is a prize, honor, or official decision that you get for doing something well. And the verb award means to give that prize or honor to someone. So you can use it as a noun or a verb. An example sentence would be, the movie won an award at the film festival in France.
Ooh, fantastic. Okay, continuing the article. Edwards has since made a name for himself as a premier player in the league. When you make a name for yourself, that just means that you basically become famous, right? So people know who you are. You make a name for yourself. That means people know your name. All right, let's bring it over to Hanny.
课文提到 Anthony Edwards 出色的表现，为他赢得了多个奖项，使他成为2020年美国职篮选秀中灰狼队的状元。从那时起，他打出了名声，成为联盟当中的顶尖球员。好，来看单字 multiple， 它是形容多项的、多个的。那么 award 名词表示奖项、奖品，它也可以当动词，那就有授予、颁发给的意思。好，文中用到 NBA draft， 这是表达美国职篮新人选秀。draft 当名词可以用来表达职业运动的选秀制度。好，这边还有一个重点，我们来看看。Make a name for oneself， 它是表达成名、出名，后面可以接 as 加上职业或身份，去表达说因为什么成名，以什么出名。Name 这个名词在这边是表达名声、声誉的意思。例如 ，Samantha has made a name for herself as an influencer。Samantha 她以网红的身份出名。好，那我们接着回到课文中。
Thank you, Hanny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we learned these things about Anthony Edwards. Now we know that he's very talented and then he works very, very hard as well. A lot of people recognize his talent, right?
Well, apparently because being the #1 pick in a draft is a pretty big deal.
That's right.
So he must have been very talented when he got picked. And
one of the best.
We'll find out just how talented he's become over the years. But first, we're going to review this article again, and we'll see you tomorrow because we've got more on Anthony Edwards to come.
See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Anthony Edwards, known for his dunks, quick first step, and charisma, is one of the NBA's brightest young stars. The 24-year-old Minnesota Timberwolves shooting guard stands 193 centimeters tall, weighs 102 kilograms, and ranks among the league's fastest players. Edwards grew up playing basketball with his brothers long before the crowds or cameras ever arrived. However, as a teenager, he faced great challenges when both his mother and grandmother died within 8 months of each other. To honor them, Edwards wears jersey number 5, as they both passed away on the 5th day of the month. These difficulties could have stopped him from following his dreams, but instead, they gave him motivation to keep going. Before reaching NBA fame, Edwards first found success at the college level. With the support of former college player Justin Holland, his coach since high school, he was able to master his game and direction. His impressive play led to multiple awards and made him the #1 pick in the 2020 NBA draft by the Timberwolves. Edwards has since made a name for himself as a premier player in the league.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 honor 动词表示纪念，向什么致敬 ；motivation 名词表示动力、动机 ；fame 名词表示名气、名声 ；multiple 则是形容多项的、多个的。Award 在这边当名词表示奖项、奖品。文法的部分，第一个学到 both A and B 表示 A 和 B 都怎么样，那么 A 跟 B 必须是词性相同的字词。Both A and B 当主词的话，记得要搭配复数动词。第二个学到情态助动词 could， 它可以表达能力或允许，也可以用来表示推测。 意思是有可能怎么样，也许怎么样。我们看到2个常用的句型，一个是 could 加原形动词，这是对现在或未来的推测。Could have 加上 PP 则是对过去的推测。第3个学到了 make a name for oneself， 这是表达出名成名，后面可以接 as 加上职业或身份，去表达说因为什么而成名，以什么而出名。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Life science is the branch of science that studies living organisms, their life processes, and their interaction with each other and their environment. If this sounds like a subject you'd be interested in learning more about, well, do I have good news for you? We are going to take a look into the Life Science Hall at the National Museum of Natural Science today. Let's go. How did life begin? Why are the dinosaurs all gone? Where did humans come from? The Life Science Hall answers these questions and more. This section of the museum is a favorite of children. There are 13 different areas. You will find out how life began and how it has changed. It also explores human life from birth to death. Different cultures around the world have different ways of handling death. One of the most interesting is mummification. The National Museum of Natural Science was able to buy an ancient mummy from a collector. Now, people can learn more about this mysterious culture right here in Taiwan. The Life Science Hall shows how plants and animals have evolved, including dinosaurs. At the entrance, there is a large elephant skeleton that is about 3.5 meters tall and 6 meters long. People found it in Penghu Channel, southwest of Taiwan. These ancient elephants moved from China to Taiwan because of the very cold weather during the Ice Age. At that time, the sea level was lower and the Taiwan Strait was gone, so a large number of animals in northern China moved south. There are many fossil models in the dinosaur hall too. You can learn more about dinosaurs. Plus, you can check out the museum's lifelike dinosaurs that can move and roar. I personally love visiting the Life Science Hall at the National Museum of Natural Science. There's so much information waiting for us to discover, and I know you'll have an unforgettable time there when you visit the museum yourself.